Hi, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now we're going to be doing a quick little Q&A to celebrate the fact that I broke 3,000 subs on this channel. I just would like to say thank you and welcome to all the new people who have joined up from, I don't know, from Stranger Things, Vikings, Penny Dreadful, whatever it may be, welcome. I've said this many times and I'm sure I will say it many more times, but I truly believe that a channel's success here on YouTube isn't based on its content. Because it doesn't really matter how great my layout looks. It doesn't really matter how funny I am. It doesn't really matter like how great my videos are. My content don't mean shit unless you guys watch. You know, a channel's success is based on you guys. Because if you guys don't watch, my shit goes nowhere, you know. So I just would like to say thank you to every single one of you. I really honestly appreciate it. So we're going to get this in. I've noticed that quite a few of you left comments to do with gaming, and like this channel doesn't really focus on gaming. I've got a separate channel for that called Darker Image Games. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to split this up into two separate videos. And so all the gaming questions will be in a separate video that will be on my gaming channel. Okay, there's a link in the description below if you want to check that out. But right now we're going to get on. I've got a shed load of questions. This is going to be a pretty long video. Like, I know that like some of you tend to ask like the same questions. Like maybe you're not reading other people's comments. What's cool, it does happen. But if I don't read your name out, or if your name doesn't pop up on the screen, don't think that I ignored your message. Every single comment that was left on that video, I read every single one of them. And thank you for all the comments about the hair, I know. Only reason why I don't show it is because the green screen, for whatever reason, it just don't look right. It really don't. That's the big secret to why I wear a hat when I'm doing videos, is because the green screen, it just, like, my setup ain't the best thing in the world. Like I'm really like fine tuning it. Right, the key to great green screen is lighting, and my lighting ain't the best thing in the world. Like there's certain colors I can't wear, for some reason it fucks up. Obviously I can't wear green, but it's just this weird thing, and having hair, it just don't look right, man. It really don't look right. Thank God my friend Cookie Monster is a bit bald, so you can't really tell. But we're going to get these in. All right, so first question is from Agent McQueen. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Best album you've heard this year? In all honesty, I haven't really listened to a lot of new music this year. Nothing's really popped up on my radar. I think the only album that I possibly will get, I don't know if it's out yet or not, is the new Die Antwoord album. Apart from that, I think the last album I bought was Tech Nine's album, Something Else. Yeah, I think Tech Nine's album was the last one I bought. All right, next question, or questions, is from Loco Mojo Boy 2. Cool name, man. You ever been in a cockpit before? No. You ever seen a grown man naked? Sadly, yes. Not going to go into detail. Do you like movies about gladiators? As long as it's a good movie, like, I don't really care if it's like gladiators or Romans or whatever, you know. As long as it's a good film, like. Did you ever hang around a gymnasium? Not really. Like we never really had like a proper gym at school. But I used to play basketball a lot. A hell of a lot. It was probably the only sport I was really into until I kind of busted up my knees and I just couldn't play properly anymore. Couldn't even get like a proper shot off anymore, man. It's fucking terrible. But and then your last question is, have you ever been in a Turkish prison? No. Most random questions. All right, next one's from the Fat Man. Why did you start your channel? Basically, back in the early days of YouTube, when like channels like Bohem was like the top channel on top of the pile, you know. Back when Reneto was doing his thing. Back when the beautiful Caitlin Hill was making videos on a regular basis. Digital Soul was doing stuff. Back when they started doing YouTube, I started watching it and I thought, like, this is the future. Like, fuck TV. You can create your own TV channels on YouTube. All you need is just like the proper setup and everything. And at first I started thinking about gaming channels, because like back then gaming channels wasn't as big as they are now. Like there was the odd one or two that was doing montages and stuff. Like they would set up like a camcorder in front of the TV and capture some gameplay. I do remember some Halo 2 ones like that, but there wasn't really like let's plays or shit like that, you know. Well, as far as I'm aware of, I didn't come across any. And so I thought, like, I want to do my own kind of YouTube gaming kind of thing, you know. Originally I wanted to do gaming videos, and eventually I will get really heavy in the gaming videos. It's just doing like an hour-long gameplay is a lot harder than just doing a reaction video, you know what I mean? So I did reaction videos just because I had the setup and I thought I'd do it, you know what I mean? And people tend to like it. They liked my reactions to like The Walking Dead and stuff, so I just did more, and the more I did it, the more you guys seem to like it, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's just gone the way that it has, you know? I do want to get into doing more gaming videos, but I'm just restricted by hardware, man. I really am. Like, I would love to have my setup and do it live, you know what I mean? I know how to do it. I know what software I need. I know what type of hardware I will need. It's just having the money to do it. But at the moment, I'm just limited by hardware. You know, and that's not always going to be the case. Hopefully one day I'll be able to upgrade everything, and there's a link in the description below to a Patreon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. No, hopefully one day I will be able to upgrade everything and do this live. Like, I kind of plan on doing like a Sunday night hangout. You know, like here on YouTube, on this channel, Sunday nights, every Sunday night for a couple of hours. We'll have a few drinks, chat shit. There'll be a chat feed so that I can communicate with you guys. I'll have my setup, and we'll just sit here and watch YouTube videos together. You guys can send me shit, and we'll watch it and hang out, and you know what I mean? That's like a long-term goal, you know what I mean, to kind of do that every Sunday night, because I think that would be cool. And then spend every other night of the week live streaming for like my gaming channel. But yeah, I would love to get to the point where I can do like a Sunday night hangout with you guys, man. I really would. But I don't want to just turn on a webcam and just do like a Google Hangout. I don't want to do that, because anyone can do that. There's not many people that could have a setup like me, you know what I mean? There's a few channels out there that has something very similar to what I have, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a hell of a lot of work to get this set up right. But to kind of directly answer your question, because I've rambled, why did you start your channel? Because it's another form of being creative. I'm a creative person, man. Like I've always been into drawing, painting, making things. Like I think if I had different opportunities in my past, like maybe I could have gone into movie, film production, making props or something. Like I'm just one of those type of people where I need to be doing something with my hands. You know what I mean? Like I'm really good with my hands, you know? And ladies, you can take that any way you want. We're gonna move on. Next question, the Happy Crumpet. What's the deal with the usernames, man? Do you have any other hobbies other than YouTube/gaming? I used to do those Games Workshop models, you know, the Space Marines and Orcs. I used to paint those many years ago. But yeah, I don't think I've really got any other hobbies, really. Gaming and YouTube keeps me busy enough nowadays, man. I don't really have much time for anything else, man. All right, next question is from Manish J. Riddy. Is that how you pronounce it? Riddy? Manish J. Riddy. Where are you from? Getting personal. No, I'm from Birmingham, England. You probably can't tell because of my accent. I haven't got like a very strong Birmingham accent, or Brummie accent as it's called. I kind of intentionally let my accent slip. It's mainly because I'm really focusing on what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, because I do have a bit of a speech impediment. It's not like a stammer. It's not like I'm like It's not like that. It's more of how can I explain it? I did have one doctor once, like he kind of nailed it on the head. It's like I've got like a lazy tongue. And ladies, don't worry, it's not always lazy. But no, basically, like as I'm talking, like sometimes it will like, I would just kind of like, it would just go bleh. I don't know how else to kind of explain it. Like just then, you just heard it. Like I just couldn't get the rest of the word out, you know? So I have to really focus on what I'm saying. Sometimes when I'm out in public and I'm around people, I'm like so focused on what my friend's thinking. I'm focused on what that girl over there is thinking because she keeps looking at me. I'm focusing on that. I'm focusing on that. I'm focusing on 101 other things and not actually what I'm saying. So I tend to fumble more when I'm out in public. But when I'm like this, I'm fine, as you can tell. I can talk very naturally. I'm very articulate. But it's just this weird thing I've had since a kid. So I focus really heavily on the way I talk. And as a downside of that, my accent does slip a little bit. But if you don't know where Birmingham is, it's basically the second largest city in the UK. And it's where Ozzy Osbourne's from. Next question is from Corey J. Are you from Birmingham? Yes, I am. If so, would you do meetups? I would do meetups. I would love to do meetups. But right now, like, I haven't even been on YouTube for 12 months yet, man. It's still very new to me. I've had one or two experiences where people had found out that I do YouTube and their whole kind of demeanor changed. And I just was like very kind of like took back by it. Like one minute you're cool around me and next minute you're like, oh my God, I never thought I'd meet a YouTuber. Like, I'll wait till I go home and tell the missus. And it's like, fuck. I'm nothing special. I'm just a normal guy, you know? So it's still very like surreal to me, you know what I mean? And I think right now, because it's still very early, it's, I think if we was to do meetups and stuff, how can I explain it? It's like it would be too close to home. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Maybe one day, eventually, yes, but right now, it's like we're just going to have to hold off on that. Plus, I don't think how many people from Birmingham are actually watching me. You know what I mean? There might be like the odd one or two, but I don't know, man. If you're from Birmingham, comment down below. It would be kind of interesting to know exactly how many of you, how many fellow Brummies are watching me. But I got 3,000 subs, man. Like, and that's scattered all over the world. I can't see that many of you coming from Birmingham. You know, eventually, hopefully, there probably will be a shitload of Brummies here. But all right, next question is from TB. What do you think about the Justice League Dark movie coming up? And what do you do for a living? Well, the Justice League Dark movie, like, I know that there's an animated like movie coming up. I haven't heard anything about a proper live action movie. It would be cool to see a live action movie, but as far as the animated one, like I'm pretty interested in checking it out. I will be watching it. I'll be honest, I haven't really read that many comics of the Dark Justice League, but you might never know. This animated movie might actually get me in the mood to go and go to the comic book shop and pick up a few Dark Justice League comics and get into it. You know what I mean? You never know. The second part to your question was, what do you do for a living? Right now, I'm kind of a struggling graphic artist slash web builder. Like, I've done a bit of web building in the past. I got told many years ago to kind of have the both under your belt is a good thing to have, because there's many graphic artists and then there's many web designers, but there's not many people that can kind of do the both. And it's good to know to do the both, you know, because if you have a client that says, oh, can you design me this and that and that and that, and also a web page, you can do it all together, and you know, you don't have to reach out to someone else to code a website. You know what I mean? You can, you know, blah blah blah, do it yourself. It's fun. I do love it. Like I said earlier, I'm a very creative person. I love to do stuff with my hands. It's just, I don't know, man. I've been doing it now for over 10 years, and it's starting to get to the point where I'm kind of looking at other things and thinking I would love to do that instead. Like, I've got a friend who's, I think he's coming to the end of his 3rd or 4th year as a tattoo apprentice. He keeps going on about how, like, when he's fully qualified, he's going to train me up on how to be a tattooist and everything. And I would love to do that. I really would. But you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know. But today I'm a struggling graphic artist slash web builder. All right, next question is from Cedric Stark. Hey SiTHFuRion, I know you're a Star Wars fan, so have you a fave character, fave Jedi, Sith, or someone else? I don't know, man. Like of course you got like your Darth Vader. Boba Fett stands out. Boba Fett stands out a lot for me, but that's because we don't really know that much about him. You know what I mean? Darth Maul was a big one. You know, because Darth Maul just seemed like a proper badass, man. But yeah, I think it's gonna have to be a toss-up between Vader and Boba Fett. And just so you know, like any type of question like this, like what's your favorite this or favorite that, I'm a Gemini. Like I can't have one specific thing. It's so hard for me to make up my mind between two things. Like it's funny, man, I'm just scrolling through all the comments about like my hair. So funny. No questions, but I really like your hair. Oh man, you got a Ragnar Lothbrok hairstyle. Shit. Okay, next question is from PC Gaming. What's up, buddy? You got fucking quite a few going on here, man. What's your favorite movie or TV series character and why? Like I just said, man, I can't make up my mind on one specific thing. I've got a few favorite characters, man, from TV and movies. But of course, from Game of Thrones, you've probably got Tyrion Lannister, simply because, like, his dialogue is perfect every single episode. And just the way that he fucking delivers it is fucking amazing. Another character, Walter White from Breaking Bad. I absolutely love that character. I swear to God, the character arc that character went through is just fucking outstanding, man. To go from this, like, really frail, intimidated guy to this fucking drug lord, I just thought was fucking outstanding, man. Absolutely outstanding. Fucking Bryan Cranston fucking knocked it out of the park with that one. I love that character. Ash from Evil Dead. Fucking love that character. All the little one-liners and shit. Really cool. Next one. Do your tattoos have meanings? If so, what do they mean or represent? Some do, some don't. I personally think everyone's tattoo should have a meaning to it. My first one was, it's just basically like a bit of like a Joker school thing. I just wanted just to have a tattoo, and I picked it practically off the wall. It was like on like a generic tattoo kind of thing you can buy in bulk, I think, online. Yeah, I might have it covered up one day, but it's my first one, so I don't know. I might get my mate just to touch it up when I get my sleeve done, because I do plan on having a massive sleeve, and I might just get it touched up, just all the black. Don't want the colour redone, just black. Now, of course, the Empire logo, simply because I'm a big Star Wars fan, obviously. I've always been leaning more towards the dark side and the Empire and everything. But one of my best mates, Gary, like he's the tattoo guy. He's got the Rebel logo tattooed there. And when he got it, I joked around with him over and over again about how I'm going to get the Empire logo there. He was like, no, you know. I'm like, yeah, I am. Me and Gary, we both artists, and I've known him like probably since I was like 11 years old. And being both artists and being kind of like competitive, it's like anything he drawed, I felt like I had to draw better. And everything I drawed, it was always like he had to always try and outdo me. You know what I mean? Always back and forth, back and forth. But when he got the fucking Rebel tattoo, I said, I'm going to get the Empire logo tattoo. He was like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. And then I got it. I was like, fucking told you. But no, I fucking love that, man. I do have a tattoo on the back of my neck of like a lion's head, and anyone who drinks Carling will probably recognize that. It's off the actual logo from Carling. It's stupid, but basically I've got two brothers. Well, technically I've got three. Well, one's a half brother, but I got two brothers. My older brother got it tattooed, I got it tattooed, and we were going to talk our younger brother into getting it tattooed as well. So we got 3 lions on the back of our neck, being English, 3 lions. That was the original plan, but only me and my older brother got it done. My younger brother, he hasn't even got one tattoo, let alone one on the back of his neck. But yeah, there's that. And then as far as this started off as like my second tattoo. It was just this small little tribal pattern here. Back in the days when everyone was getting tribals, I thought, I want a tribal, man. And it was picked off the wall. It was like another one that I picked off the wall. Never do that. Never pick a tattoo off the wall. Get one actually designed for you. Then it represents you. You ain't got to worry about someone else walking around with the same tattoo like I had. But I got this done, and I think it was like maybe a couple of weeks or months later, and I saw someone walking down the street with the exact same tribal pattern on the exact same arm in the exact same spot. And it's like, you fucking bastard. No way. So I basically got all this built onto it. I designed all of this. Originally, it was going to kind of go up my neck, a little bit like George Clooney from Dusk Till Dawn. That was the plan. But eventually, it's come down here. It's this is going to be kind of like a art kind of like piece. It's not done yet because I haven't designed it yet. I still don't know exactly what I want. But it will be something to do like an artistic kind of like I've grabbed some ink and just threw it against my arm type of thing. I don't know exactly what yet. These are just kind of represent the tribal as it goes down, you know what I mean? But anyway, moving on. What made you want to do reaction videos? I think I said that earlier. It was just a case of just natural, like I did the odd one or two. You guys seemed to like it, so I did more and more and more. Like I said, the actual reason why I did it was because I just wanted just to generate content. And reaction videos are easier than 50 odd minute long gameplay videos, man. Next question. If you could live anywhere, where would you live and why? I don't know why. I've just had it for years. I think I've had it my whole life. But I've always wanted to live in Florida. For some reason, just Florida just seemed like a dream location, you know. And a couple of years ago, I came across a YouTube channel called SiTHFuRion. This guy called Charles Trippy, he was climbing into the back of a fucking claw machine. But but he does like daily vlogs, in case you don't know who he is. He does like these daily vlogs, and he lives in Florida. Every time I would watch his videos, I would just sit there and just daydream about like living there and dealing with the weather and everything. Like I just would love to live in Florida for some reason. I don't know why. I think it stems from like a TV show I watched when I was younger or something. I don't know. But I would love to live in Japan as well. There's just something about Japanese culture that I just find fucking outstanding. I would love to spend a couple of years living in Japan, man. I'm not going to lie. Next question, still from PC Gaming. Do you like any sports? If so, what and why? I've never really been big in the sports apart from basketball. And like I said earlier, like my knees, I've got like this weird like thing on my knees. They both popped. And that was my basketball kind of future career fucking ended like that. All right, next one. Who do you admire the most and why? Myself. No, I admire, believe it or not, Tupac Shakur. Simply because back when I was like 15, very young, very hard-headed, I first came across like Tupac's music. He kind of made you think with his lyrics, you know what I mean? And I really got big into him, sadly, after he passed away, and I started reading more on him and his backstory and how like his mother would make him read like the newspaper from cover to cover, and then she would sit him down and quiz him on stuff to make sure he's read stuff and he's processed the information and that. Like this is a guy who was so smart and intelligent. Like Pac could have done a lot. Like Tupac could have done a hell of a lot with his life. I'm not even joking. Like when I was like 17, 18, like I would watch these videos and read like these interviews of him, this extremely smart and intelligent guy, and think to myself, I want to be like that when I'm older. You know, I want to be as smart as him and have the same type of outlook on life that he does. And now I'm 36. I still look at him and say, I want to be like him. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So to answer your question, I admire Tupac. I really do. All right, next question and last one from PC Gaming. What do you think will happen at the end of Game of Thrones, and what do you hope happens? You mean the big finale? Of course, what I really hope happens is Khaleesi sits on the throne. I would love to see that. I think I would be literally sat here with tears rolling down my face, like so happy, like crying like a baby, just in happiness that we're actually seeing her sit on the throne. But what I think will happen, I don't think it's going to end on like a real high note. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, she's now queen and we're all going to be happy and, you know, this is the Game of Thrones. I think it's going to end really shitty. I think the person that we least expect will end up on the throne. Someone who right now isn't even a player for the throne will end up sat on it. You know, I reckon Cersei will die, probably in like the season finale, but something will happen to Khaleesi as well. I've just got this bad feeling that maybe someone who we least expect is going to sit on the throne. Someone, like I said, right now isn't even a player. And I don't think it will be Littlefinger. I really don't. I think it will be someone else. Someone who hasn't even popped up on our radar yet, you know. But yeah, man, very fucking interested in the new season. Okay, next question is from Keith Hannaford. Is that how you pronounce your name? Hannaford. You seem to really like doing these reaction videos, but what's the hardest thing about the process? Thanks and keep up the great work. The hardest thing about it for me, right now, to be honest, is the editing and rendering. Like, not just like editing itself. Like, I love editing. I love to be sat there for like 3-4 hours editing and chopping stuff down and stuff. I love editing. But like I said earlier, man, it's like hardware. I'm really like limited on hardware. And I think because of that, it's adding like an extra hour or 2 hours to editing times. Because like I'm having to wait for things to load up as I'm going to edit. It's just a fucking nightmare. And then also rendering. Like, I would love to be able just to edit, render and upload quick. But to actually render like a 15-20 minute video reaction to something like Vikings or something, it takes almost 3 to 4 hours to render. And while it's rendering, I can't touch my laptop at all. Just cannot touch it. As soon as I try and just load up like fucking Facebook, it just fucking adds like another 30 minutes to the fucking rendering process. It's terrible, it really is. I need new hardware, man. I really do need new hardware. That's probably the hardest thing. And I think once I do upgrade my hardware, it's just going to make my job a lot more easier. Yeah, I think that's probably the only hardest thing at the moment for me. Yeah. Our next question is, what kind of music or bands do you listen to? I grew up listening to hip hop, basically. Like, one of the first songs I ever really remember listening to was Run DMC and Aerosmith, Walk This Way. You know, I grew up listening to hip hop music. Like, picture a little white kid about 8-9 years old rapping along to Ice-T records. That was me. I grew up on the stuff, man. But now, like, I'll listen to pretty much anything. As long as it's got a good bass line, I will listen to it, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of, like, cheesy pop music. But I'll listen to pretty much anything, man. Like, there was a time when I had a client a couple of years ago. He wanted me to design these posters. Like, he was like a DJ and he was kind of doing like a retro type of night. And he wanted posters to kind of look like old 1930s, 1940s type of posters and stuff. As I'm doing them, I thought I would listen to 1930s and 1940s songs and that. And I found like 1 or 2 websites that basically stream live 24 hours a day. They stream like 1930s and 1940s radio shows. And they range from songs to the host of the show talking. They've got TV adverts in there where they like talk about rationing your food and growing veg in the garden and stuff. Like, it's just really cool to have that playing in the background. And a couple of months after I finished that client's work and stuff, I still listen to these songs from like the 1930s. So like music, I will listen to pretty much anything, man. I really will. As long as it's not cheap shit. Next question is from someone called Angel. I just want to say I love your channel and you. Thank you. My question is, what do you think will happen with Jamie and Tyrion next season? Who will Jamie side with, brother or sister? Ooh, I don't know, man. I think going from season 1, Jamie was a straight up nasty evil fucker pushing Bran out the window. But over the seasons, he has redeemed himself many times. The only thing that he's got that kind of keeps him to the dark side, if you will, is Cersei. If you really think about it. And now that their kids are all gone, and we don't know how Jamie's going to take it like she's now on the throne. Because that's what she's always wanted. She wanted to rule. She didn't want no one else. And even when her kids sat on the throne, she still controlled the kids. You know what I mean? She still ran the fucking kingdom. So now that she's got what she wants, I don't know how Jamie's going to take it. I don't know if he's going to like it. I think he will side with Cersei. But when push comes to shove, at that precise critical moment, I think he will side with his brother. You know, and it might lead to his death, maybe. Like, his final act is something good. You know what I mean? Instead of it being something bad, because he's been so noble over like the last few seasons, I think his final act will be a good thing. So I think he will be trying to help Tyrion or something there. You know what I mean? I think his final act will be a positive, and it will go against Cersei. I really see that happening. But anyway, next question from Brandon. Do you read comics? If so, which ones do you read? I used to read a hell of a lot of Batman. But I used to love fucking Spawn. There was just something about Spawn. I used to go there like every month and get the new issue of Spawn. Spawn was real fucking cool, man. Back in the fucking 90s. I'm not really that big into buying single like comics anymore. I kind of like leave it for a few months and then I'll go in and get like the graphic novels, you know what I mean? But yeah, I used to have like piles and piles of single comics. It was terrible. All right, next question from Joker Snipes. Hey Sith, love your vids on both channels. And what is your favourite game and TV show for now? Favourite game that I'm playing at the moment is Halo 5. Favourite TV shows? Game of Thrones, first and foremost, Game of Thrones. I do enjoy The Walking Dead, even though AMC can be a bastard. Stranger Things is slowly climbing that list of like some of the best TV that I've seen this year. But yeah, man, like right now I think Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead are like the top ones for me, man. Really, really are. I feel like I've been here for ages, so we're going to start like knocking through them quick because I ramble. In case you haven't noticed, I ramble a lot and I feel like this video is going to be really, really long. All right, next question. Congratulations on the 3K subs. Before you started doing reactions, did you always try and figure out connections in the plot / foreshadowing, etc. in the TV shows / movies you watched? Or was that something you started doing for your reactions to give people a bit more to chew on? Good question again, man. Actually, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. I would say that I've always done it. Being an artist, I've always been able to look at things a bit differently than like the next person, you know what I mean? The way I perceive things. I've always been able to like take a step back and look at something from like a different angle. You know, like every time I get into conversations with my friends, I always seem to end up playing devil's advocate. Always. And some of them don't like that, but I do kind of look at things a bit differently. I do like try and work out things in my mind. But the difference with then and now is now I'm being more verbal with it. You know, like before I would just sit there quiet and just enjoy it and watch it. But now, of course, I'm in front of the camera. I have to give a bit of content there, you know what I mean? I like to kind of give you guys something to chew on, as you put it. You know, I like to talk about it. I like to analyze things and kind of predict things that are going to kind of happen. Like sometimes, like some shows are so obvious with the foreshadowing. It shocks me how surprised some people are when they watch it and things happen. It's like, didn't you see that coming? Like, really? But sometimes, like shows like Game of Thrones and stuff, like you don't always kind of see things coming, what I absolutely love. I like a show to try and outsmart me, you know what I mean? Not that I'm the smartest person in the world, but it gets boring when you know what's going to happen all the time, you know? But now, I think I've always done it. I think I've always done it. You know, it's just being an artist, like the way I view things, analyze things. It's the way my mind works, man. All right, next question. Who are your favorite characters in Game of Thrones? Tyrion Lannister fucking stands up first and foremost. I do love Dany as well. I think her character arc has been really, really cool. Jon Snow as well, of course. Khaleesi, the Imp, and Snow. Those are my three favorites, man. Next question from Alex A. As a graphic designer, do you have any favorite TV show intro that you could never forget? Just from a visual standpoint, like the Game of Thrones is outstanding. Every time I watch that, it never gets old. Combined with the music as well, it's just, but just visually, like the way that it's done, like, and how everything's moving and animated, just, oh my God, I love that intro, man. Really, really do. I did love Breaking Bad as well. It was like a very subtle with the smoke and stuff. That was really, really cool. All right, next question is from Republic Holdout. Congrats. As a fellow Star Wars fan like you, my question is, have you watched any of the TV series, The Clone Wars and or Rebels? If not, I highly recommend The Clone Wars. It's not childish like the Rebels and is better than the prequels. Well, you don't really take a lot to be better than the prequels. I have watched some of The Clone Wars. I've never really had like a DVD of it or like a box set and stuff. I would watch it when it was on TV, but it wasn't like, oh my God, look at the time, I gotta go and watch Clone Wars. It was never like that, you know. If it was on while I was flicking through the channels, I would watch it. But it's not like I would make like a mental note of a time or a day that it was on, you know what I mean? Rebels, I did watch season 1. As far as season 2, I haven't got around to it yet. I think I might do reaction videos to it. I'm not too sure yet, but I have checked them out, man. I really have checked them out. Next question. What is your all-time favorite TV series? Mine is The Wire. I think I kind of said this a bit earlier, man. Like, I can't really give you one specific show as a favorite. All-time, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, the first few seasons of Battlestar Galactica, the remake. Even now when I go back and watch it, I get like fucking chills, man. It's so fucking good. Like just the opening sequence, well, one of the opening sequences where Will Adama is like walking around the ship and he's like trying to like memorize his script, and he comes past Starbuck that's out jogging and stuff, and he goes, what do you hear, Starbuck? And she goes, nothing but the rain. And he goes, well, grab your gun and bring in the cat. And she goes, boom, boom, boom. Holy shit, do you see how worked up I've just got just from talking about it? I cried at the end of it. Like, even though it got really, really bad storyline-wise and shit, the last episode, I cried. I literally cried. I'm not going to lie. Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Battlestar Galactica, and I'm sure that there's a load that I'm missing, but I don't think I could say that I've got one, like, definitive favorite TV show of all time. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it, man. Alright, next question is two-parters. What type of music or bands are you into? I answered that earlier. Plus, what's some of your favorite soundtracks from games, movies, or TV shows? That's good, man. I do like the Reservoir Dogs soundtrack. That's fucking cool. There's this movie called Empire Records. That movie has got a killer fucking soundtrack. You really have to go and track down that soundtrack, man. And then the 90s fucking movie classic, fucking Hackers. I love that movie. I'm not going to lie. Hack the fucking Planet. I love that fucking movie. The soundtrack of that is just, fuck, man. Every single song on that soundtrack sparks memories of my fucking 90s as a teenager lifestyle, man. Like, no joke. I love that movie, man. Oh my God. And Blade as well. Like, Blade's got some pretty good soundtracks. Like, of course, you got the first Blade movie. Like that fucking anthem song, that fucking dance track. Like, everyone played that song to fucking death. But there's this one song, right? There's this one song from that movie that I absolutely love. And it doesn't really get that much recognition. Right? It should, though. It should. It's an epic track. It's from the scene where Blade and that girl, they go into that, like, underground vampire fucking nightclub. And there's these, like, two little Japanese girls on stage, and they're singing this song while, like, they're rapping. And the beat, like, oh my fucking God. I spent almost 3 years trying to track down a copy of that song. And a friend of mine, he had, like, this a song of it on tape. And I had a copy of it, and I played it so much until the tape popped. I'm not even going to lie. That beat, man. And, like, it's on YouTube now. You can search it. I'll probably put a link in the description below to it. Fucking, I love that beat, man. Like, every time I used to go to the gym, I would have that song playing in my headphones, man. Like that one RZA song as well, where it starts off like, Blade, ready to die. I was born ready, motherfucker. And the music kicks in. Oh my God, yes. You want music to work out to, man? Like, shit, yes. Our next question is from Jackalope777, and he says, hey man, congrats. You definitely are one of my fave channels to watch. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. My questions are, has anyone ever told you that you look a good bit like Tom Hardy? Like, seriously, you could get work as a stand-in or stunt double for him. Only time I've ever got that comment was on YouTube. I don't get it in life for some reason, or maybe people just don't say it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I learned many years ago, like, if people say you look like someone, you just roll with it. Like, you don't have to agree to it. You don't have to, like, say it yourself. Oh, I look like so-and-so. You don't. If somebody believes you look like someone else, just roll with it. As long as it's not, like, a negative. like if someone turns around and says, oh, man, you look like a walker off The Walking Dead, then maybe you need to go and get yourself sorted. But I don't know. But, yeah, man, I've had the comment quite a few times here on YouTube. Our next question is from Kim. Damn, girl, you've actually been subscribed to me for a while now. Shit. Hey, man, first I gotta say, I don't know why you're so self-conscious about your hair. It looks awesome. Thank you. Second, for a Q&A, what do you think about Doctor Who? Have you ever seen it? And if not, would you consider reacting to it? Reacting to it, like, I don't know. There's too many episodes to kind of go back and watch them all. I have watched some of it. Like, I couldn't for the life of me tell you exactly what Doctor it was. But I watched the whole entire season with the one with Buddy Piper when she was in it. And maybe half of the season of the one after when she left. I did watch some of that. As far as reaction videos, I don't know, man. Maybe one day. Like, I have got a friend who, like, watches it, like, religiously. Like, he absolutely loves it. So I might get him sat next to me and we might do sometime. I don't know. Like, my schedule at the moment is pretty jam-packed, especially, like, as I said earlier, my hardware is, like, nightmare. But who knows? Who knows what could happen in the future, you know? All right, next question is, what's up, man? This question is in regards to Star Wars Episode 8. Do you think Kylo Ren will eventually redeem himself, or will he stay with the dark side? He's a badass dark side user. I think killing... Spoilers. I think killing his dad was kind of like real fucking low. I don't think there's no redeeming himself. I don't think there's no way Luke will be able to talk him into leaving the dark side and everything. I think the only way that he could do it would be to kind of do the same thing what Vader did. Sacrifice himself for the greater good. You know, I think that will probably be the only way Kylo Ren can really redeem himself, is by sacrificing his own life to save someone. You know, I don't know. Maybe in the next movie there'll be like some massive battle and Luke or Rey will be losing against Snoke and fucking Kylo would jump in to save him and Snoke will kill him or something. I don't know, man. But he was badass in the movie, man. Like, you gotta admit, like, the fucking temper tantrums with the fucking slashing his lightsaber around on shit. Like, hell yeah, man. All right, next question is from Nick Wrights Conscience. I like that. Have you read a Song of Ice and Fire books? If not, do you plan to? I haven't read them yet. I've been kind of like debating if I should read them now. Like, will it affect my kind of perception of characters in the show and stuff like that? You know what I mean? I've been playing around with the idea and I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm going to wait until the show's finished and then I'm going to go and read the books. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in reading the books and learning other characters, because I know that there's like some characters that are in the books that hasn't even turned up in the show yet, you know. And also your question was predictions for what happens in season 7. I think I'm not going to answer this question just yet. I think I'm going to wait. I think what I'm going to do is the week before the season premiere, I'm going to put up a video. I'm just going to sit here and we're going to talk about what's going to happen, my predictions, and really break down and analyse things, who to look out for, who we think's going to turn on who, and so forth and so forth. But yeah, man, I'm definitely going to do that. Right, next question. Is there a show a subscriber suggested you watch and you ended loving it? You mean I ended up loving it? I'm watching them right now, man. Vikings and Penny Dreadful. These are two shows that are completely on the back of your guys' requests. And I'm loving it. I am loving both of these shows, man. It's still early. Like, I think I'm still only like episode 4 of season 1. I'm still like in the early stages. But so far, man, I'm fucking loving the shows. Really, really am. But like Stranger Things, a lot of people requested I watch that as well. But I'd already seen like a few trailers and already made up my mind, like, I'm going to watch that shit. But yeah, man, Penny Dreadful and Vikings. All right, next question. Will you be doing a Game of Thrones rewatch? Reactions with someone who hasn't seen the TV show or read the books. A lot of people, especially Game of Thrones fans, would love it. Yes, I am going to be doing it. I've got this friend called Steve, and he actually is quite a big fan of like the time period of kingdoms and knights and stuff. But he's never watched Game of Thrones. He's never like watched a single episode. He's never read any books. I was kind of amazed when he said it. I was like, really? What the fuck? And like the weird thing is, like, this happened to me twice. This has happened to me twice in the last like 2 years. The first time was with Cookie Monster, the guy that I watched Gotham with. Like last year, like me and him was talking and I said, oh man, the new season of Game of Thrones is starting soon. And he goes, oh, I've never seen it. I'm like, what? I've got to show you this show. How is this possible? Like, come with me. I'm going to show you this show. And I sat him down, showed him it. And then by the end of the first episode, he was in love with it. And me and him binge watched them all. But then like a few months went by and I noticed on Blind Wave that fucking Calvin and Eric are rewatching them all because Calvin's never watched them before. And it was like, really? I had like a perfect opportunity. Like I had someone who's never watched it and I could have filmed his reactions. Shit. And I thought, that's a bastard. All of my friends have seen the show. The one that hasn't, I missed the opportunity. Fuck. And I'm out having a drink with my mate Steve. As we're talking, like I just mentioned about how like I'm doing these reaction videos to like this show called Game of Thrones. And he turns to me and he goes, is that any good? I'm like, what? He goes, Game of Thrones. I was like, Steve, I thought you watched that. Like, he was like, nah, I've seen it on TV as I'm like flicking through the channels, but like it's like on season 5 or 6 or something and I can't get into it. Like, I don't know what's going on, so I just turn over. I'm like, hold up. I told him like, we are going to sit down. We're going to watch as many episodes as we possibly can get through in one go. And it's going to be like a regular thing. Hopefully I'm going to start it and finish it before the next season starts. Like I've tried to plan it out, but things don't always go according to plan. But the way I'm working it will be 3 episodes a week. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be Game of Thrones. But it's just a case of just trying to sort out like a good schedule. But what I want to do is get Stranger Things finished, get that done. And then season 2 of Gotham as well. I want to get that finished. And I think when those are done, that's when I will get Steve around and he'll be sat here with me. But yeah, he's a good guy and I'm sure you guys are going to love him. Plus also, it's going to be interesting for me to go back and watch it, you know, because I am emotionally invested in these characters and when certain things happen, like when the Red Wedding and certain things happen, like I do get choked up. I did when I watched them with Cookie Monster. It's going to be interesting to go back and watch them again because you're going to see me kind of rekindle those feelings I had when I first watched it. Shit. But it definitely will happen. It definitely will happen. And yeah, I think that's it. Like every other question that I haven't answered really are duplicates that have already been asked or they're gaming related. And I'm going to leave that for another video. Because right now I feel like I've been here for hours, man. Like this video might be kind of long, but you got to think about all the shit that I've cut out. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's my first real Q&A on this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope this video ain't too long. Oh shit, hold up. I completely forgot. There's one question I never read. I never read this question. Like, I read it earlier. I think it was from my buddy Rod Zombie. Here we go. I knew it was here, man. Congrats on the milestone. You definitely deserve the subs because you always come across as genuine in your videos. You don't bullshit and you really are good at what you do. Thanks, man. My question is, with so much footage you film and don't always make the cut into the final video, would you ever consider uploading videos with some of your cut material, like outtakes and or bloopers, things like that? I think that would be interesting to do. I don't think I've seen any YouTuber content creators do anything like that. At least not the ones I've subbed to. Anyways, keep up the great work. Have a good one. Yeah, man. Like, funny thing is, at the start of the year, I was going to do that. I was going to film like normal, and then I was going to take all my outtakes and bloopers and all the times I fuck up and shit, and render them out as like little separate videos. And then at the end of that month, I would put them all together and upload it like, oh, these are the bloopers of the month of March. These were the bloopers of the month of April and so forth and so forth. I started it, I went through February, March, and I think I got halfway through April, but I just stopped doing it. But if you guys like that idea, you know, of me saving all the outtakes throughout the month and then uploading one video at the end of the month with all the outtakes, then comment down below, man. Like, I could leave you with some. This is the last question. I'm going to end this video now. And I'm going to leave you with some outtakes. I think that's the best way to end this video, man. But yeah, man, give this video a thumb up if you liked it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if this is the first time you've ever come across my channel, thank you for getting this long into the video. If you like it, subscribe, man. Alright, I've been SiTHFuRioN. I'll catch you in the next one, man. What's up, people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now we're going to check out this week's brand new episode of The Walking Dead. It's called Not Untie. We're on episode 11. What's up, people? But going by some of your comments, but going by some of your syncing up the camera and the audio. Should never drink when I do videos, man. This ain't just cola. What's up, people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now I'm going to be checking out a movie trailer for something. The way I look at it is like if it was something to do with the copyrighted content, then my video. The way I look at it is if. Right, and so that was my reaction to this week's The Walking Dead, episode 11. Right, and so that was my reaction to this week's episode of The Walking Dead, episode 11, Nuts You Untie. What the fuck? Right, and so that was my, Maggie as well. Maggie really shined on this episode for me. I think, she really shown, she's really showed that she can stand her on her, like, I think she's, I've been SiTHFuRioN, this has been Cookie Monster. My tripod is in the shot. And my tripod is in the shot.